So this isn't really that surprising, and I think this goes across the board for most foldable devices. Listen, I would love to get to a universe, get to a point with foldable devices where they become cheaper and more affordable for the average consumer. And we saw talking about, foldable devices around $1,200. In order for them to really hit the mainstream and become a daily device like a lot of experts predicted, it's going to have to be at a price tag of $1,200-$1,300. But the realistic part about this is we are in no way are we even close to that price tag anytime soon. Whether it's from Google, whether it's from Samsung, whether it's from any company. And I think, yes, with more companies joining the fold, pun intended, with Google, OnePlus, maybe Microsoft in the future, you obviously got Samsung. Yes, the price tag will become more affordable to a certain degree, maybe down to $1,500, $1,600, but it will never, in my opinion, at least not within the next 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years, get to a point where it's below $1,400. Which again, there's a lot of factors on that. One, obviously, yes, price dictates. Competition dictates price to a certain degree. But with how much it costs to make these cell phones, you're just not really going to see that. Unless there is a lot of competition and a lot of people in the market, these companies would be losing money. We already knew with the Galaxy Z Fold 5 back in the day, that wasn't making much profit when Samsung sold it. It was making, the profit margins were not crazy. Even though, again, $1,800, wow, that's crazy price tag for a phone. When you look at the fact that Samsung cost almost that much to make the phone, now since then they have been able to use cheaper materials. The screen is a lot cheaper. They got suppliers that give them a lot cheaper prices for a lot of these, features on their phones. It's still very expensive to make it. And again, I think there's also a second factor, and this is something I know the consumer myself won't like, but there is also a level of premium price tag. You see a premium price tag and you know the device is special. The product is really good, right? Obviously, it doesn't always happen, but that's usually the idea. Apple jacks up the price tag of many of their devices because it's Apple, right? You pay for the logo, you pay for the brand. Foldable devices. There is also that stigma that I think a lot of these companies want to keep and will try to keep as long as humanly possible, that they want to keep that price tag of $1,800+. So, again, I'm not surprised. They're not going to lower the price tag. They're not going to come out with a cheaper unit. And I don't really see the reason why they would. At the end of the day, the Z Fold 6 sales were absolutely piss poor. And you might say, well, isn't that a reason why they should do something like this? No, I think the reason why they were piss poor is because the lack of innovation, the lack of upgrading the device truly. And Samsung's come out and they apologize for that. They said, moving forward for all the devices, not just the foldables, they're going to really work on innovation. And I think that is the real biggest issue here was innovation. And a lot of people, you look at the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold, absolute home run hit straight out of the park. That's a beautiful cell phone. It's amazing. It's my favorite cell phone at the moment. So with that, doing so well, you take away a lot of sales from the Z Fold 6. Z Fold 6, Z Fold 5, not much of an upgrade. Z Fold 5, Z Fold 4, not much of an upgrade. You had Samsung employees themselves come out and say how the Z Fold 5 is really just a Z Fold 4S. So when you have all these negative things really around your device, sales are going to plummet. Sales are not going to be successful. And again, you know, I also said this before in the video, I'll say it again, that there is also a stigma once a phone gets released, it's a foldable cell phone, within a couple months, that thing's on discount. I mean, that thing's on $300, $400, $500 off, which again does not help the consumer to have trust that these phones will continue to hold their value. Foldable cell phones, even though yes, they do sell for $1,800 new, on the secondhand market, usually a used foldable cell phone instantly drops down to around $1,000 to $1,100. Even if it's like almost brand new, not just open, but a week old, 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old, they usually sell for around $1,100. That's the Z Fold series. It sells for $1,100. Obviously, terabyte model does matter. But the Pixel Fold series, it's $1,100, $1,200. So again, they just also don't hold the value well, but that's beside the point. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.